What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the first time. My name is Brent. Babylon 5 is the show, season number 2, getting close to the end of the season. Episode 18, Confessions and Lamentations. Biblical references. I believe on last week's episode with Jeff, I predicted that this episode was going to be something to do with the redemption of Londo Mollari. I have been calling for him to be redeemed from this crappiness that he's in the middle of, and Confessions and Lamentations. My prediction was there was going to be some sort of a come to Jaquan moment, come to Jesus moment between Londo and Jakar. Londo would confess what he has done to Jakar, and then they would go from there, and Londo would be very, very grieved, as would Jakar, over what he's done. And this would lead us towards the redemption of Londo Mollari. That's where I think this is going. That was my prediction, but we'll find out right about now if I'm right or wrong. You guys out there, while you're here, please subscribe, like, all that YouTube stuff, and comment down below, because I love getting to talk to you guys out there. It makes me feel like I'm not just doing this into a void, because you guys are out there watching and commenting. You're awesome. So with that, as always, please remember, no spoilers. Absolutely no spoilers. But with that, why don't we jump into Confessions and Lamentations?
Captain, you got a minute?
Sure, what's up?
We've got a Markab transport almost 10 hours overdue. I'll send out Zeta Squadron as soon as Lieutenant Keffer gets back.
I thought Zeta Squadron was on break.
Some time ago, Keffer saw, or thought he saw, something in hyperspace. A ship of some kind.
Tell Lieutenant Keffer to return to base. I want all freelance expeditions curbed from now on.
I don't think he likes that.
Be recharged and ready to go within the hour.
You could have just accepted my death certificate and saved yourself the trip.
That's station policy. All deaths have to be verified.
Is this the guy that died in the last episode? The Markab?
By natural causes.
You get 2 Markabs back to back. Please don't let this be a Franklin episode. Would love to not be a Franklin episode.
Nevertheless, this is the 4th dead Markab in 3 days. All by natural causes. Now, statistically, this is way out of proportion. Something here doesn't add up. And unlike Mr. Garibaldi, I don't like mysteries.
The Babylon Project was our last, best hope for peace.
Okay. So a bunch of Markab are dying, and we don't know why. And Franklin's going to pull rank over this other guy because Franklin's being Franklin. Franklin's a jerk. We get it. And Sheridan doesn't like Flyboy dude going out there on his own. He wants his stuff recharged and ready to go. No idea where this is going. Probably has more to do with the Markab, which means not Londo or Jakar. That's okay. Let's see what happens.
The captain wants a moratorium on your little expeditions into hyperspace.
But there's something out there.
Yes, there is. There's something out there. There's also something in here. The something in here is me giving you a direct order. There's some part of that sentence that you don't understand, Lieutenant.
I like
I'm happy to explain it to you over the next 4 months. We'll be watching Zeta Squadron go on missions without you.
Ivanova being Ivanova. I like it.
Looks great.
Thank you.
Are they on another date with
You spent the
Lanier?
last 2 days preparing the meal.
2 days.
The food must be sanctified during each of the
You know, I got to tell
15
you,
stages of cooking.
I lived in
For instance,
Korea for a
the
couple of
spices
years,
must be
several years.
blessed, and a specific
Eating on the
prayer spoken
floor
when
with a
used.
small table like that
Each
was
spice can only
never,
be used once,
ever
of course,
okay for me.
and in
I
the
am
correct order.
a very
An error
tall
is made.
person,
The entire meal must be abandoned and
and
begin again from
it just,
scratch.
my legs would always go
when
to
do you
sleep.
One does not sleep during the cooking. So for 2 days, Lanier has not slept.
Oh, Lanier.
In order to remain pure, he has taken only water and bread.
Well, that's...
It is then tradition for the guest to set aside 1 piece of flarn in the memory of Valen.
It's a very tiny piece for Valen there.
Well,
We may eat now.
okay.
With the right hand.
Sheridan's left-handed. Power to the lefties.
We must now wait for a few moments before eating again. We meditate upon food.
This is a joke, right? This is a joke.
I'm going in for a closer look. Hang back till I've checked her out.
Rogers 81.
Yeah, I feel like I could see the like
Sure, are we close
studio
enough for
lights
more
and the
detailed
cameraman and the
scanning
reflection of his helmet. Oh yeah, let's look.
How many are aboard?
I feel like that's the camera right there. Like it's kind of right down by his face. You can see like the black.
Again, there are supposed to be over 200 Markabs on board that thing.
Maybe
But
not.
you said life form,
Life forms.
but not life signs.
Uh-oh.
All 203 of them, they're all dead?
Confirmed. We still use computer voices like that.
Captain? Captain Sheridan?
In the memory of the 9 and the 1.
You were asleep.
No, I wasn't. I was meditating.
The sound you were making is part of human meditation?
I don't snore.
Yeah, just like I
Sheridan,
don't
go.
snore.
We've got a problem in Bay 14, Captain.
Well, thank you once again for your invitation.
We must do it again.
Bye.
Flarn.
Flarn, Shabataru.
I like them speaking their own language after he leaves. That's funny.
What's the problem?
We've had 4 dead Markab in the past 3 days. Dr. Lazarin has certified them all death by natural causes. They were all killed by some kind of plague or infectious disease that was brought onto the station by your people. Now I want to know how terminal.
Didn't we
and
just
how
do disease in the last episode?
It is 100% terminal. And
Oh, he knows what it is.
100% contagious.
thinking? Did you really think that you could keep this a secret?
It is not something we talk about.
What?
It's like they're Pon Far or something. Don't talk about it.
The disease only appeared once before. When it was struck down, the rest of my people believed it was a punishment by the gods for their lack of morality.
Over time, it became more than just a disease. It became a specter used to frighten children into behaving. Be good, or the Dark Angel will bring you the curse of Draffa.
The first new case of Draffa was detected nearly a year ago. The family was so scandalized by it because they believed that they were moral. They were sure they would not be touched. So they started to go out amongst the people. And the disease began to spread.
So,
Our leaders were afraid the people would take the disease.
1995 is predicting COVID.
They were afraid.
In all the work you've done, is there any indication as to whether or not the disease is infectious beyond your own species?
I do not know.
So help me if this kid dies at the end of this episode. And this disease sounds horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Papa, Mama sent me to find you. You are very late for food.
Is he
She is
dead?
very upset. She says for you to come home at once. Papa? Papa, wake up.
He just found his dead father's body. That's
Next 24
not
hours
right.
are absolutely critical if we're going to control the spread of this disease.
What about segregating the Markabs from the rest of the general population?
No. If the disease is airborne, confining them to one area will only speed up the infection among the Markab community without good reason.
On the other hand, when word gets out that we've got the next best thing to the Black Death roaming the station, it's going to scare everybody. When people get scared, they start looking for scapegoats. This is going to get real ugly real fast.
Please return to your quarters
I feel like I can see like the extras and then the camera all panned around. Like it's not really that many people.
Just some tests, that's all.
This is an outrage. I will not have my people treated in this fashion.
Ambassador Fashar.
You are spreading hysteria and fear about my people. On top of that, you're disgracing good and decent people by implying they're unclean, immoral.
No one said anything of the kind.
For all I know, this disease was planted in our drinking water, our food. So we will fix this. We are gathering together in an isolation zone, away from others, away from outsiders.
If you do that, you'll just end up spreading the disease among your own people that much faster.
I refuse to listen to this. You have been warned.
This feels like this could play today. I feel like I'm living in this
Gotta get down to
episode.
Brown 17, Captain. You too, Garibaldi.
What's up?
By the way,
First, our
get your
tests confirm
freaking
the
vaccines,
disease is
folks.
airborne.
And I'm not just talking COVID.
Mo knows that we
Measles,
do an
mumps,
autopsy. I
rubella,
wanted to warn you.
chicken pox, whatever you got. Go get your vaccines, folks. That's not about you. It's about a community.
Yes.
Get your vaccines.
Yes, inside, hurry. It's for the best, trust me. We are the pure.
We need to start a full autopsy before the body goes further into rigor mortis. I'll go in, you stay out here and monitor the readout.
I have a better idea. I will go into the ISO lab and perform the autopsy.
He's probably already contaminated anyway.
And once finished, I will stay inside. If I am contaminated, it will not get through the airlock.
It's getting ugly out there, Captain. Some of the more extreme human and alien groups think that they've found a solution to the problem. Wipe out the Markabs, you wipe out the problem.
Seems we've heard that before.
Captain, I'm sorry to disturb you this time.
Oh, no. It's all right. I doubt I'd be able to sleep anyway.
Anything for you, Delenn.
What can I do for you?
I would like to make a request.
Ambassador, we can't let anyone off this station.
I would like to be allowed into the isolation zone.
Wow.
I've spoken with the
Good on her.
Bashar, and he's willing to allow us entry.
Why?
They're in pain, frightened, dying.
They're not your own people, Delenn.
I didn't know that similarity was required for the exercise of compassion.
Wow.
They are afraid.
Get that line
We
down.
wish to do what little we can.
What did she say?
They're not your own people, Delenn.
I didn't know that similarity was required for the exercise of compassion.
Similarity is not required for the exercise of compassion. I'm going to
We
write
wish
that
to
down.
do what little we can.
You will be exposing yourself to massive contamination. If I let you into that isolation zone, I can't let you out again.
If I don't see you again here, I will see you in a little while.
Oh, they are slow rolling this relationship, aren't they? You know, I got to tell you, for the first time, Delenn's headpiece actually looks like it's coming out of her head, not just
When
like
I do see you
stuck
again,
right there.
call me John.
Oh.
All your fault! What did you do, huh? Leave alone!
Get out of here. Maybe I'll let you leave with your ribs intact.
They should have been arrested. Again, what is it with Babylon 5? You can just beat people up and... I mean, at least Garibaldi stopped it, but he didn't arrest them. He just be beating people up like that. Yeah, this isn't going to go well.
You should get some sleep.
Instead of using that stuff.
You do. It's your third stim tonight.
Uh-oh.
Lazarin.
Oh, he totally has it.
Seems to confirm it. I think you should run some tests.
Run them all the tests.
You know, Stephen, I was trying to remember how we first met. You were hitchhiking. You were very funny. Everything to you was a problem to be solved, test to be passed. But you know, Stephen, sometimes the test is not to find the answer, it's to see how you react.
There you go.
When you realize there is no
Write that down.
answer.
It's Kobayashi Maru. This is Dr. Franklin's Kobayashi Maru, right?
It's the plague. It jumps species.
No good.
And if we're gonna beat this thing, we need all the information we can get. Now, I want a complete biogenic comparison of these two groups in an hour, or by God, you're gonna have something a hell of a lot worse than the plague to worry about. Now move! I want it!
You know, I typically am not for that kind of leadership style, but in a situation like this, that is
Not
exactly
yet.
what's needed.
Chanel?
Mama!
I was worried about you.
Faith manages.
Faith manages. That should be a t-shirt. No. No. Damn it. No. No.
Negative.
I hate this show. No.
Cross-analysis between Markab yellow cells and Pak-Mara green cells complete. Match found.
So what do we do?
Well, we can't destroy the disease, but we can artificially stimulate yellow and green cell production. All my data shows it should work.
Should. You haven't tested it yet?
It wasn't time.
Open it up.
Are they all gone? Are you kidding me? The whole population is gone. Oh my word.
Lanier, is there anyone? Anyone at all?
No. No one.
Oh, she called him John.
John.
All right, so I mean, oh my gosh, where even to begin on this one? Okay, let's start here. The way that they were using their faith and ideology as a method of behavior control is something that we as humans do all the time. We do it with Santa Claus. You do it with the Easter Bunny. Oh, you better be good or Santa's not going to bring you anything, right? You put these mythical things in and you use them, honestly, like I said, as a method of behavior control. And this is the thing that happens when that grows up. I loved what the other doctor, Dr. Lazarus, whatever his name was. That'd be a cool name if that was. I don't think that was his name though. But he said to Franklin, he said, sometimes a test is not about solving the answer, but is about figuring out what you would do when you figure out there is no answer. It's Kobayashi Maru. I love it. And this episode went there. This episode went, he had the answer, but it was too late. And the Markab's own stubbornness is what ultimately did them in because they refused to listen. They thought they knew better, right? They thought they knew better than the doctors and the professionals and the scientists. Thought they knew better. Their entire population died. You guys heard me say earlier, listen, take the vaccines, get your vaccines, COVID included, but not just COVID, get the rest of them. Okay. I just read 2 days ago, as I record this, that cases of measles and chickenpox are exploding in North America. And the reason for that is because parents are refusing to get the vaccines for their children. And here's the deal. When you don't go get the vaccine for your children, they get their disease and then it spreads and it gets sent out to the rest of the community. The Markab did exactly the wrong thing. They gathered in a very tight, very confined space, literally gave each other this. Listen, folks, this wasn't herd immunity. This was herd slaughter. There's a lot. I've got a lot of raw emotions. They killed another kid. Oh my gosh. What is it with this show and killing kids? I do not like this episode. My guess is this is going to be a highly rated episode based on what it did. This is an episode that is all the messages that a sci-fi show should have. It's good stuff. Please get your vaccines. Okay. Wearing a mask is not about protecting you. It's about protecting other people. It's keeping your germs to yourself so they don't spread. A doctor goes into surgery. They put a mask on, not for their own benefit, but for the benefit of the patient who's going to be open on the table. So they don't give them their germs. Anyway. All right. That's enough for me. Listen, you guys, join us on Monday when Jeff and I will be back and we'll dive into all this episode and who knows, maybe Jeff has a completely different take on this one than I do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens that way on Monday. So hit the bell icon, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And you guys are awesome. Comment down below. No spoilers. We'll see you back here next week for another episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the very first time. Bye, guys.